hoping not to bore people with trivialities and so forth, but I did want to share some of these videos that I took from our cruise down into the Panama Canal and up to Lake Gatun, and turned around and came back out. Notice down in the left corner there, see that little boat where the guy's got the oars and he's oaring that boat? Their purpose was to attach two lines together so that part of the crew that has boarded the ship, the pilot crew, can pull up a cable from the little engine that will be part of the fleet that will center the ship in the canal as it goes through the locks. The pilot who has boarded from the canal, he has taken command of the ship, and he is in charge of getting the ship through. That happens on every ship that goes through. And it is my understanding that the ship is propelled by its own power, but the little engines with the cables, their whole purpose is to keep it centered so as not to bounce off the sides of the channel, or they have the ability, I guess, to retain it so that it wouldn't go forward or backwards into the lock gates themselves, which I would imagine happens very, 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 very rarely. These guys do this 24/7, 365, and from what we've seen, they never miss a beat. It's just, I mean, it is just so amazingly orchestrated. Little things that I got to see that I can point out now, but as we progress there, you can see the circle. That's a little turntable that allows them to take one of those little engines, go off, turn around, and they can actually take it when they're not using it. And if they have too many of them at one end of the locks, they go over and they go into a center section of tracks, and they can boogie to the other end. And they can also use it to turn around, because it can only be used with the cables pointing toward the vessel. So the one that's in the upper right of the frame there, if he was over on this other track, he would have to be turned around. The little engines are electrically driven. They don't really have a third rail, but they have a there's a place alongside the track there. It's a light brown, and there's a shoe that goes down inside that and gets its power for the hot leg, as it were, being the rails being the neutral. Up there's a little tug. That's a canal tugboat, and they were really cool. Got to see them. I think one of these will do it, but got to see them. They have thrusters just like they do on ships, and they actually can basically pivot right on their own axis if they so need to. He was messing around. This one here coming to the left here will do one. He'll do it. I think they do it just to show off. And then one of them will actually go into the lock beside us behind the freighter. He'll ride up and he'll boogie out the other end when we get up to Lake Gatun. Okay, I think this guy's about ready to oh, come on. Come on. That's what you get when you anticipate something else. I don't know where he's walking to. But okay, here we go.
Look at him going around the rim.
Yeah. Look at him. See, Ron?
That's like an amusement park ride.
I bet you can't do that in your sailboat on purpose. That's almost like spinning the swirly down the drain, isn't it?
He's like a doggy. You have to go around
anyway. So that's a little bit on this one. I tried to keep them short, about 5 minutes, okay? Hope you enjoyed. See you on the next round.